Hello there, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Quality, and give me just a moment. And as you can see, I am here with Caller Malice, an Otome game. For sure, I know what I'm talking about in this game because I've already played it before. I still really like it though. It's like one of my favorite Otome games ever. Ichika is like one of the best Otome protagonists ever. I played a lot of them. I started off playing a lot of the ones on mobile. Not saying that I don't like those or anything. Those are pretty good too, but it's just after going to a panel about Otome games and them like pointing out that a lot of the Japanese ones are like the heroines are very like meek and like they are always like damsel in distress because that's what the Japanese market likes. But over here in the West, they want like their female leads to be strong, which the game's already like released in Japan. Like this is what the game is. You can't rewrite a character to release it to appeal to the West. So I understand, but I still, because I grew up in the West, I still want my heroine characters to be strong. At least, you know, do something. Maybe have some like self-preservation skills. Ichika is one of those characters and I really like her. Another one is my all-time favorite is Cardia from Code Realize. I don't have the Switch port of that one. I played that one on the Vita, but I do have a Switch port of the Wintertide Memories ones. I don't have the original game. I have like the fan disc for it. So I might do that later because I actually never finished that because I just gave up playing Otome games for the longest time because I just didn't have time to play it. I just didn't want to spend hours reading something when I could get like instant like gratification from watching YouTube videos. So yeah. Anyway, our quote of the day is you gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. You are able to say to yourself, I've lived through this horror, shh, don't play the song again. I can take the next thing that comes along. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. Which, this is also me. All these quotes are targeted at me. At the end of the day, I say them so I remember them when I come back to edit these videos later. Because, dear Lord, a lot of the times I just stop. I don't even try because I'm like, oh, you know. Oh, maybe I should look at this. Oh well, whatever. Because, I don't know why I'm even looking. Because I'm like, oh, I don't know how to do it. So I'm just gonna assume I'm really bad at it. And then I like scare myself and I'm like, oh no, you can't do that. You don't know how to do that, so you can't do it. So just, you know, don't even try it. And then I sit there and I think about it for forever. And then I'm like, you know what, I just timidly try it. And I'm like, you know what, it's actually not that bad. But anyway, I'm going to keep her name the same. Because I believe if you keep her name as Ichika, they'll actually call her. There you go. They'll actually call her by her name, but if you change her name, they just won't use that sound bit. So we're gonna keep her name as Ichika. Yes. E.
X デー事件やばくない？超怖いよね。まあ毎月起こってるしね。新宿区だけで起こってるから危険区域ってことで規制かかるんだって。今月も犯行予告流れるかな。X デーをお知らせします。
Oh, I also have the fan disc for this game too, which I also never finished because in one of their routes, it made me solve a puzzle, and I got the basic idea of the puzzle, but I did it wrong. Like, I got the method right, but I ended up with the wrong answer. And then it took me like an extra like 2 hours to figure out the puzzle, and then I had to look it up anyway because my answer was wrong in the end. And then after that, I just gave up. Like, I just was like, no, I don't want to figure out this puzzle anymore. This game actually makes you think. Anyway, report of X-Day incidents, April 1st. Oh, so close to my birthday! The video that started all this played on the giant screen facing Shinjuku train station.
X-Day へのカウントダウンを開始します。我々の目的はただ一つ。この新宿区を再生の足がかりとし、汚染を浄化していくことにあります。恐れを抱いた者はこの地を去ってください。我々は引き止めはしません。ですがどこにいたとしても我々の裁きは下ります。例外はありません。我々は世界の断りを再生させる。弱者が虐げられるだけの世の中を変えるのです。
Some people appearing to be police officers were tied up in the video, so police are working frantically to trace the broadcast. It kind of sucks when you're so used to hearing certain voice actors. I actually solved the mystery of this one like real early on because I was like, oh, this guy sounds like this guy. So this guy has to be the bad guy. Prior to the broadcast, a number of officers had been reported missing. The transmission's origin and the officers were never found, and then May arrived. Another video showing the bound officers, like the one in April, was uploaded. Gunshots rang out during the declaration, and the police officers were shot. The police traced the video to an abandoned building and confirmed one officer's death. However, other officers' bloodstains were found. The criminal's trail and the missing officer's whereabouts are still unknown. Cup noodle! Man, cup noodles are so good, but they're so high in calories! It's so sad! This incident began a chain of heinous English crimes that continued into June, July, and August, and the number of victims steadily rose. Public scrutiny of the police grew harsh as time passed, and police efforts were fruitless. A Roman numeral indicating a countdown and a unique coin believed difficult to counterfeit were found at the scene. Sorry, at the mention of the coin, I remembered I bought the like limited edition, and it came with the coin, like a printed coin of this Adonis coin, and I couldn't get out of the case, and I don't know where I tossed it. Markings on the coin led some to speculate that the once dismantled terrorist organization known as Adonis had been reborn. And then, on September 1st, exasperated by the repeated incidents, the government enacted extreme measures. Shinjuku Quarantine Act. This measure, intended to trap the criminals within the borders of Shinjuku, obviously drew the wrath of the public. Demonstrations bordering on riots broke out, but the government suppressed these and stated that it was for Shinjuku's safety. The government did not stop there. It also adopted unprecedented extra-legal measures. Repeal of the Swords and Firearms Control Law. Oh, yeah, Japan has really strict gun laws. To provide citizens a means of defense, firearms were provided to all people over the age of 20 within Shinjuku. It was all under the pretext of self-defense. Is it under pretext or pretense? I feel like pretense is more correct. The firearms and ammo were all coded in order to quickly determine a shooter's identity whenever a weapon was discharged. The criminals have guns, so the people should be given equal access to equal arms. Thus, as an extra-legal measure, the residents of Shinjuku District exclusively have an obligation to carry firearms. The law, ratified behind closed doors, was suddenly announced to the public. The police had to obey the government's mandate, and the unrest of the citizens trapped within Shinjuku swelled. Though upset, one could say the civilians were now better suited to survive other incidents. I don't know if I'll put the intro song in. I don't know if that's copyrighted or not. It probably is. I'm going to try to upload it with it in there. If not, I'm going to have to lop that out and probably put a link to the song if I find it somewhere. It was obvious this plan was full of holes. But there was no turning back. On X Day, all would be reborn in order for their utopia to become reality. Also, this game has like the same handful of voice actors that every Otome game has. So I'm thinking as they pop up, I'll just put like extra roles. Not extra roles, but other roles that the same voice actor has done. Just not all of them, because they've done a lot. But some of them, some of the bigger ones. It is December 5th at 4 p.m. Yes, you have reached the S.
その声は星野さんでしょ
I pressed too
ま
fast.
た銃を持った男がうろついてるのよ早く来てちょうだい
Hold on. Ah! Why do I leave all my stuff everywhere? It should go in a specific... Oh, this guy, I love this guy. I forgot about him. I forgot about this game.
また例のばあさんからか
Yeah.
その顔はまた押し切られたんだろうお前なこれで何度目だ
I should have done this before, but... I'm sorry. She always hangs up before I can say anything, so I couldn't tell her no.
いいか星野今までのことを思い出してみろ通報を受けて駆けつけても怪しいと思ったけど気のせいだったとか来てもらうまでもなかったとか
She's old. She has dementia. I now know what I wanted to configure. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. This one. Please display as fast as possible because I read much too fast for the speed that it shows up. Also, nothing has happened, but let's save. Because, I don't know. I don't want to go through the prologue, the very beginning again.
悪びれずに言われて何度俺たちが肩透かしを食らったことか。
It certainly is true that we've gotten nothing out of her report so far. But the way Shinjuku is now, we can't be certain that it'll just be nothing again.
まあそうなんだが。
In any case, isn't the old woman just feeling uneasy? Until 3 short months ago, it would have been unimaginable for a common citizen to be carrying a gun like we are now.
星野、お前は冷静だな。とても警察官になって半年の新人とは思えないぞ。
Really?
ああ、俺が入りたての頃なんてもっと必死でちょとつ猛進というかがむしゃらに突っ走ってただけだからな。
Even now, I think you're too bold. Sorry, I guess I should say hardworking.
いや、今は特防として苦情には平謝り、嫌味を言われても平謝りな日々だ。昔だったらすぐに頭に血が上ってたぞ。俺も随分大人になったもんだ。しかし、特防は X デー事件の捜査をさせてもらえるわけじゃないからな。それだけが残念だ。
Mochida's gazing into the distance again. He really wants to investigate those cases. Once the Quarantine Act was enacted, Shinjuku Station set up a service for residents. We've been soliciting tips on the incidents, but we're really understaffed. Special Region Crime Prevention Office, or the SRCPO, comprises officers from many areas. We mainly deal with calls like the one earlier, or unverifiable claims, and we also patrol Shinjuku to keep the peace. Mochida and I are transferred from the local station here, so we often work together. Shinjuku is a hive of animosity and distrust, so it's not safe to go for a leisurely stroll. Usually when we get a report, we'll hear about how people don't trust the police. But it still looks like there are some people who rely on the police.
そうだな。あんまりあのばあさんを待たせるわけにもいかないし。行くか。
Yes, sir. Why are you...
今日も今日とてただ単に人相が悪い男がうろついてただけだったわけだが。
Convincing your superior to go do his job?
あのばあさん、お前が話を聞くといつも帰る頃には安心した顔してるよな。
Well, she lives alone, so I don't think she has anyone else that she can count on. She looks kinda scary, but sometimes she talks about her grandchild. I'm sure she's actually a kind person.
そういうのもお前が相手だから話そうって思えるのかもな。子供やお年寄りから話を聞くのはお前の方が適任だ。
A typical female trait, I guess.
俺はどうも相手が話してる途中で口を挟みたくなるんだよな。
I honestly do too! I have to agree. Mochida is pretty much exactly like that.
おい、星野、ここは否定するところだぞ。
Well, I can't deny something that is true now, can I? Oh, sorry.
後輩なら少しは先輩を立てろって傷つくだろ。
Mochida is my superior, but he always treats me like we're equals, so I really feel like I can just be myself around him. I thought the police force would have a strict pecking order, so that was a big relief. Though I'd never admit that to his face.
おい、あんたたち警察だよな。ずいぶん暇そうじゃねえか。
I knew it. There's an echo. Let me find the program here. Oh no. Well, whatever. I'll just mute my computer. Huh? I turned to face the voice behind me. A vexed man with a gun glared at me.
俺たちが新宿に閉じ込められたのってさ、 警察が無能なせいだろ。
責任取って今この場で土下座しろよ。できるよな。でねえと。
We have guns too, guys. One of the men raised his gun at me.
やめとけ。
いってててててて。
Mochida! Mochida swiftly closes the distance and disarmed the man with an arm lock.
お前そいつを離せ。
You started it, though.
銃による脅迫には刑罰が下される。お前たち知っててこんな真似してるのか？
Also, I'm pretty sure Ichika could outshoot you.
それは。
だったらなんだって言うんだよ。文句あるのか？
俺は言い訳をするつもりはない。見たところ遊びたい盛りだろう。それなのにこんな事態に巻き込んだのは警察として申し訳ないと思う。しかしな、その鬱憤を晴らすために誰かを傷つけようとするな。その銃は身を守るために使うものだ。武器として扱うのは許さん。
Perhaps cowed by Mochida's words, they reluctantly lowered their weapons.
それでいい。日も暮れるし、こんなところでつるんでないで、もう帰る。
Mochida returned the gun he took from the man and shooed them off.
いいか？一般人相手に同じ真似はするなよ。二度目はないぞ。
That's a lot of, well, I guess it's not necessarily trust. It's the you have a gun, but I have a gun. So even if you shoot me, I can shoot you back. Insurance, I guess. The trio retreated quick. Trio? I thought there was only two of them. Retreated quietly, and Mochida turned to me.
すまん、星野。今の奴らのことは。
I know. We'll overlook this, won't we? There's no shortage of people who harbor that kind of animosity towards the police. Obstructing an officer is a jailable offense, though they're not exactly wrong for blaming the police for creating this situation. Mochida must have felt the same way, so he chose to simply let them go with a warning. I recorded the firearm number for their guns.
おお、助かる。あいつらも根は悪い奴らじゃないと思うんだ。一人は銃の安全装置をかけたままだったし。しかしお前も頼もしくなったな。銃を向けられても冷静に状況を見て行動できてる。
I mean, I guess you would have to, not depending, seeing as how Shinjuku is basically a war zone? Yeah, it's kind of weird to say that I'm used to it, but I can assess the situation now. Once the swords and firearms law got repealed, I would tremble if I was drawn on. Despite my training at the police academy, I lost my nerve on several occasions when someone pointed a gun at me with hostility. But every time that happened, Mochida stepped in and protected me. It's all thanks to you, Mochida. Watching you handle yourself like you just did has eased my fear of guns quite a bit.
こういうのは場数を踏んでいくうちに慣れてくるもんだ。
I don't think that's something you want to get used to.
それにこういう時くらい先輩らしいところを見せないとな。
Mochida puffed out his chest and then let out a carefree laugh. He's relaxed like an easygoing uncle, but he's my reliable superior. You're also reliable, senpai. Oh, this hallway. When we returned to the station, we could hear the stirrings of a commotion.
また誰かしょっぴかれたか。
Well, crime rates in Shinjuku are at a record high.
それも再犯じゃなく初犯が大半だ。一般人が現状に納得していない証拠だろうな。混乱に乗じて犯罪に手を染めるやつもいれば、第二の英雄になろうとしてるやつもいる。
Heroes, huh? Last month, a criminal claimed responsibility for X Day and started shooting randomly. Bystanders gunned him down and the incident ended without any innocent victims, but... There was talk of thank yous and rewards, and more people started to do the same. The criminal died of his wounds, but investigators found no connection between him and X-Day. The theory is that he was a copycat criminal. Due to this incident, however, the number of people actively carrying their guns increased.
国民の手で犯人を裁いたことがもてはやされ、軽犯罪の抑止力にもなっていると言われているが、本来なら犯人逮捕は俺たち警察の仕事だ。それなのに。
Officer Mochida, we don't know who might be listening. Mochida looked around and made a sour expression. He lowered his voice.
すまん。上から納得しろと言われましたが、どうも逃げ切らなくてな。
I know how you feel. I'm just as impatient as you are. As a police officer, I also want to help solve the X-Day cases. All I can do is lend an ear to the citizens that turn to the SRCPO. That's all I can do.
な、星野。俺は地域企画課に用があるから先に戻っててくれるか。
Yes, sir. I parted ways with Mochida and soon came across a familiar face. Good work today, Saiki.
まあ、星野。お疲れ。もう上がるのか？
No, not yet. I was just on my way to file a report. We attended the academy together and became friends while we were out drinking. We got assigned to the same office, so we're drinking and venting buddies. What about you, Saiki?
いや、俺もお前と同じで報告書を書かなきゃでさ。あ、そういや明日飲みに行く約束忘れてないよな。
Yeah, I have a lot of things I want to ask you.
なんだ、また悩み相談か？お前特防になってから多いよな。
That's what drinking sessions are for, but we will continue it in the next episode. So thank you for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.